Thanks a lot to all of you and to of course, the committee for giving me this opportunity at my hometown. Thank you. I'll be speaking about teenage pregnancy. The Teenage Pregnancy Prevention Month is May. Now, what's teenage pregnancy? The pregnancy that occurs between 13 to 19 years. And it's a global concern. It's a significant public health, social, and economical issue in India. Now, despite the improvements in education and healthcare, early pregnancies remain prevalent due to social norms, poverty, and lack of sexual education. Around 14 million girls become pregnant worldwide in 2021. The prevalence of teenage pregnancy in India, according to the National Family Health Survey, around 6 to 8% of women aged 15 to 19 years were already mothers or pregnant with their first child. The rate is higher in rural areas, that is 7.9% compared to urban areas. Teenage pregnancy is more common in states like Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, UP, Assam, and MP, where early marriage is prevalent. As a result of teenage pregnancy, education remains incomplete. There is vocational failure and failure in limiting the family size. As they begin the family earlier, so the number of children keep on increasing. Now, what are the causes of teenage pregnancy? Now, with the ongoing uterine growth and maturation of HPO axis, the adolescent becomes pregnant in a vulnerable situation. The causes will be, main cause is child marriage. That's the major factor. Despite legal restrictions, that's marriage age 18 years, many girls in rural and poor households marry early. The social pressure to prove fertility soon after marriage leads to early conception. Just as they got married and then the pressure starts coming, oh, हमको खुशी दो, हमको खुशी दिखाओ, 6 महीना हो गया, खुशी सुनाओ. Lack of sexual and reproductive health education, limited or no access to sex education in schools or at home, leading to unwanted pregnancy. Experimentation, adolescent sexual behavior, and unsafe sexual encounters. Poverty and economic dependence. Families often marry off their daughters early to reduce their financial burden. Lack of parental guidance. Teenage girls have limited decision-making power regarding their reproductive choice. Gender inequality and patriarchal norms. Women are often pressured to have children early, prioritizing motherhood over education or career. Lack of access to contraceptives. They often lack knowledge or access to birth control methods. Social stigma around buying or using contraceptives. You'll hardly see any ladies going to buy contraceptives. Sexual violence and exploitation. Unwanted teenage pregnancies can result from sexual abuse or exploitation or rape. Now, there are various health risks of teenage pregnancy, maternal as well as to the baby. So, for the maternal, there's higher risk of maternal morbidity and mortality due to complications like anemia, preeclampsia, eclampsia, preterm labor, PPH, and puerperal sepsis. Malnutrition and stunted growth. That leads to inadequate pelvis, and there is increased pregnancy-related risk, prolonged labor, birth trauma, or operative delivery. Risk of unsafe abortion, sexually transmitted diseases, HIV. Mental health issues like depression, anxiety, social stigma, and even suicide, because they're not that mature to hold the responsibilities of the family as well as children. Risk to the baby, premature births and low birth weight, high rates of stillbirth and neonatal mortality because of asphyxia, birth trauma, increased risk of congenital anomalies due to poor prenatal care. Now, this is an adolescent girl, got married early, and then comes the pressure to have a baby. That's an unmarried girl became pregnant and she's facing severe stigma and she's in lot of distress and has a feeling of guilt. Management of the pregnant adolescent. If she opts for termination, we should be empathetic and accept her decision. And that would be the right time to talk about contraception. As mentioned earlier, we have to talk about contraception, but because they are teens, we haven't to supply contraceptives. If wishes to continue the pregnancy, complete antenatal care given with good nutrition. Labor under expert care. Postnatal care and breastfeeding is initiated to reduce the neonatal complications. Postpartum contraception explained. Unmarried mother. Now if the unmarried mother comes and she opts for to continue the pregnancy, she can opt for adoption. That is safe surrender of child. Or if she wants to keep the child, she can be the sole guardian of the child. FIR should be filed, married or unmarried. It is report as per POCSO Act. Because even if the girl is married and before 18, it is considered as violation of the right. Documentation should always be complete, as we heard during the first talk. Very important. Now, social and economic impact. The education gets interrupted and they drop out of school. Economic hardship, naturally, and no employment, no jobs, no financial dependence. Social stigma. The unmarried teenage mothers face severe discrimination and exclusion, the feeling of guilt, and then they resort to illegal and unsafe abortions and less likely to seek antenatal care. Even you must be reading in the newspapers, finding newborns thrown away in the garbage and all that. In intergenerational cycle of poverty, children of teenage mothers are more likely to remain in poverty and have poor educational outcomes. Legal and policy framework in India to prevent teenage pregnancy. The joint action is taken between government and health education services. Number one is Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. The legal age of marriage, 18 years for girls and 21 years for men. It's a non-bailable offense. Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. Abortion is allowed up to 24 weeks under certain conditions, including for minors with guardian consent. If it is below 12 weeks, a registered medical practitioner can do the NTP, but after that, consent of 2 medical practitioners is required. And that also, even if you go in for medical abortion or surgical abortion, a complete record has to be kept. And even the nursing homes have to keep the complete record with consents. POCSO Act. Minors, married or unmarried if pregnant, will be considered a victim of sexual assault. FIR to be filed with complete documentation, a very important point indeed. Now what are the solutions? So strengthening education. So comprehensive sex education in schools, which I think we doctors are doing. Promote girls' education to reduce early marriage. Growing Up program initiated by FOXY with Johnson & Johnson. They educate the school girls on menstruation, ovulation, and reproduction. Empowering the girls. So vocational training and financial independence, so the girls will become more confident. Awareness campaign on reproductive rights. Improving healthcare access. Affordable and confidential contraceptive services should be provided. Better prenatal and postnatal care for teenage mothers. Community and parental involvement. So sensitizing parents about delaying marriage and pregnancy. Changing patriarchal attitudes towards women's roles. Strict enforcement of laws. Prevent child marriage through legal action. And strengthen reporting mechanisms for sexual abuse. Now, policy framework in India, the government programs. So, Rashtriya Kishore Swasthya Karyakram. This focuses on adolescent health, nutrition, and reproductive health awareness. Adolescent reproductive and sexual health, that is ARSH program, provides counseling and contraceptives. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao encourages girl-child education to delay early marriage and pregnancy. This is very helpful. Dhan Lakshmi scheme, cash incentives for further education so that poverty does not hinder their education. Kishori Shakti Yojana to improve the awareness. India has committed to eliminate child marriage by 2030. Key messages. The adolescent pregnancy is a global concern carrying significant risk. Risk for maternal, fetal, neonatal, and infant morbidity and mortality. Ignorance, sexual assault, socio-economic and cultural factors are responsible. Complications due to physical and emotional immaturity. Special care during antenatal, natal, and postnatal care. POCSO Act is very important for both married and unmarried adolescents. So, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Thank you.